whenever it attacks, so it loses all the abilities. Oh my god, and I can cut down. So we play this, we draw. This deck is absolutely busted, man. Look at this, 4 cards for free. They're getting 9 damage already. And if they trade, that means more creatures for us. Oh boy, this is insane. And we can exile everything. Man, this is a 10-10 in rats. Out of nowhere. So... Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today, yes, Dimir rats. And I'll tell you, man, you will love them way more than you think. With cards like Karumonix drawing very often 3 or 4 cards on top of being a 3 mana 3/3, this was always the best rat. And now it has the support that it deserves. With Vren the Relentless, this card can absolutely swing the board in 1 turn. You will sit, you will laugh, you will absolutely love it. So, time to read some rats because they're pretty cool, and in between I'll tell you something that is really close to my heart. As you know, yesterday we launched the Patreon for the first time ever, and I really have to say something. Guys, thank you. I didn't expect this level of wholesomeness. Like, it was crazy. Everyone was so happy, everyone was so kind, and you know, it was something I will never forget, seeing this Patreon from nothing absolutely firing up with so many people. And I just want to say a huge thank you because I'll be honest, you melted my heart a little bit yesterday. And I will definitely never forget this day. Like, maybe we'll talk more about all the, you know, things around it, but just so you know, it was one of the best days of my life. So thank you for that. And let's get back to this deck list because you are curious about the rats. We have some insane rats right now. Honestly, you can see this one. This one absolutely disables things like Azure Beastbinder. Like, it's insane. You can even hit planeswalkers with this. And because of the vigilance, you know that a 2/2 that will be attacking you cannot threaten you. They have nothing to threaten us. But honestly, the absolute surprise was Persistent Marshstalker. This card is legit busted, man. This is 2 mana that usually attacks for at least 5. If you play this, when it can attack, you can already play Lord Skitter, create a token, and you have 3 rats. So 2 out of this one. So this is a 5/1 for 1 mana. But wait! There's more, of course there's more. With a 3 short, if you have 7 cards in the graveyard, you can just pay 3 mana if there's any rat that is attacking, and this one not only comes into the battlefield, it's already attacking, so it basically has haste. This card is absolutely insane, and I'll tell you, man, usually it's between 6/1 and 8/1. And it's just a start. Honestly, Karumonix is one of the best cards, and the second one is probably Vren and the Marshstalker. Those are my personal favorites. Karumonix draws you usually between 2 and 4 rats, on top of being an extremely well-statted creature. And Vren doesn't die very easily because of the ward. You want to play it when your opponent has like 3 mana, you know they cannot go for the throat, and then if you can untap with this and start casting all of your removal that we have prepared, man, even imagine Geek's Command, you can sweep the board. This is immune because it has power 3, and suddenly your opponent has absolutely nothing and you steal their whole board. Because as you know, this creates a token, and those tokens usually are like 5/5, 6/6, and 7/7s. So they are not your average rats, you know? So let's go into the games. Enough talking. Sorry for the long intros, but I think we really need to, you know, talk about the deck so you get the feeling of where we are in standard. And yeah, this one, when dies, it creates a 1/1. That's it. So, have fun, guys, and enjoy. Alright, we are on the draw. This might get a little bit rough, but I think we have some tools. With the Rat King, we know that we'll win the value game, most probably. Even if this gets removed, you get basically like few extra cards. Alright, so 1 card. I really think this is this. It can be extremely good card against them, and we only have 1. Listen, it's a scary choice, but I think it's the right one. I think this is the right one. By being on the draw, it means that we don't have too much time to counterspell. This is also a discard, right? I think we go with Virtue. Most likely, unless we really go for the Lord Skitter. So we play this into this. They will have creatures, right, at some point, but we might need something better. Alright. Let's go for this one and start being aggressive. We'll attack for 4. Oh man, this is actually attack for 5 on the next turn because of Lord Skitter. Lord Skitter is amazing. I'm a little bit scared that they will have this card that actually targets, so they can choose the card and they will remove something I really bank on, like for example the Rat King. Like I need it in my hand. Hopeless Nightmare, that's fine, absolutely fine. They don't have blue, so Cavern of Souls is not needed. And we have double black for the Rat King. I'm actually kinda considering playing this just to not get left with one card. And I think that's what we'll do. What are you doing? Nothing, and draw an additional card for each. Okay, okay. This is a discard, so that's nice. Listen, against this type of deck, I really think we have to go with this. It's also better if they want to remove it. This seems to be go for the throat mana, because, you know, this has more value. The value of this card is when it enters the battlefield, and there's nothing more, basically. Really? 4 lands in a row? Are you serious? Every third card, even more, is a rat. So on average we should draw 2, and if we are lucky it could be 3 or 4. See, that was go for the throat, they were waiting. Alright, but still, that's starting damage, and they are getting low on cards. They can recast it, but they need 5 mana for it, so it's super slow. The class is not amazing here. Liliana is absolutely amazing here though.
Something suspicious.
What can you do? What can you do? I mean, you can play Lord Skitter. So they want to play... I think we discard the shores, honestly. Alright. Let's exile it. Alright, I exile it. I should probably know about it. So they are not getting the value in time. They can discard shores, but they will still hit their hand. Most likely. Investigator. Alright, here's the card. Kinda scary. They will get good value. And that also means we don't... Alright, they will hit again. They can be cast from the graveyard. And I kinda bank on it, you know, at this point. Alright. So we can get Liliana to 1, but not more, not less. They will trade with Investigator. I think, most likely. So let's attack first and see what happens. Yeah, I don't think there's any difference. Let's attack everything on Liliana. She is scary. Alright, great. So they will save Liliana. And I can sacrifice a land, so I think I will cast Cavern. There is a legit choice of not defending Liliana. Alright.
You know, I think you'd look better as a corpse.
I think with this, we just want to play everything. We don't have the right mana with the village, unfortunately, but that's fine. We can still get the rat from the graveyard. It will be the Rat King, probably. I think it wasn't exiled, right? Perfect. So that means we can draw a lot of new cards. Alright, our opponent is drawing cards, but that means he probably won't be able to answer the board on this turn. I think he drew the land. Yep. And he's stuck because the next class or level up is 4 mana, so that's very expensive. 2 damage is nice, but you know, it's not what they really wanted. I don't think they have anything, but I cannot risk Liliana in the board, man. Like, I just want... Oh my god, I'm so good at Magic, I even forgot I'm so good. Alright, so... I don't think we want to do anything here. I mean, I guess there's no downside to this. We pay 3 mana. Man, I forgot it's already 7 cards. I thought it's less. And we attack face, of course. For 6 damage. Man, this deck is insane. I didn't realize how good I am at playing rats, man. That's always a great sign for the deck. Alright, this is scary. This is absolutely scary. I didn't want Acrozot in my life. But we can attack with this, right? Whenever it attacks, so it loses all the abilities. Oh my god, and I can cut down. This grows if we play more stuff. So we play this, we draw. This deck is absolutely busted, man. Look at this! 4 cards for free! Now we attack with everything. I target this, and before the block phase, I kill it. It has no ability, so it... Oh my god! Absolutely busted. And the perfect lethal on top of it. Man, that was fire. Man, I'm always drawing mostly Vrens, but you know what? I'll take it. Very slow hand, but if we can draw a land, we will be able to cast it on curve. If it dies, we can cast it again. So it will be scary, especially early game. Lizards, right? I have zero idea what you do, but I will try to match you. First creatures, then removal. We definitely want to play Ren and then go for the man. If we can cast Geeks command, oh my god, this would be absolutely insane. 1 damage to the face, that's something I remember. I should probably read it. Let's play... what? Let's play this one on rats first. What do you do? Whenever you attack with 1 or more lizards, deals 1 damage to opponent and puts counters on itself. Okay, only if I lost turn and only once. Alright, so it's Ramstroy. Very cool, very cool card. I cannot re-attack into it, right? Right, this is a bit of a lackluster turn. If we can get to 5 mana, it's Geeks command. Alright, they can put the counter, but it's not very efficient. Oh man, I lost. Alright, I lost life this turn, so they are getting the extra mana. Let's see what they will do with it. When enters choose if they lost life, they reveal their... No. No. No way, man. Oh my god. I guess I needed to kill this one, right? Oh, not my Geeks command. Alright, we are changing the strategy because it's not looking hot. They will not take go for the throat. They you know what they will take. Especially they cannot hear us. They know about the removal. I mean, they should probably attack, to be absolutely honest. And I think we need to keep the removal because that's our only hope right now. The plan was different, and we need to be defensive. Oh man. We have warding, so I'm sure they won't play a land in to go for the throat, right? Right? It never happened before. In the history of Magic. It never happened. Alright, it cost them a lot of mana, it's not amazing for us. So, 1 damage to the opponent. This one doesn't really do much. Oh, the value that we're having is so low, but I think worst case we'll go with the Reef. I don't love it, guys, but I need to be defensive. Okay, this is a nice draw, potentially giving us some value. I need you, Ren. Well, we could actually try to go for a wider board. It's not the worst. They will see everything we have, but you know what? Let's go with it. I think it's decent. I mean, I will take my 3 rats. Oh my god, this is insane. Like, look at this stuff, man. I just drew 3 cards on top of this top deck, so I drew 4 cards in a single draw. I mean, this situation looks way better than before. They have ways to deal direct damage, so, you know, not feeling super safe yet. What are you? Worth pay to life. I already know I don't want to target it. Enter other creatures enter with +1 counters for each opponent who lost. So there's 1 opponent, 1 counter per creature. Whenever you cast a lizard spell, deals 1 damage to target opponent. Alright, alright. Cool. Oh my god, it's already happening. Oh yes. Yes. I think we really want to kill something on this turn. So what is the most irritating one? This probably. It's really annoying. What can I say? This is really annoying. I think we might have... Okay, let's pay the life. This will be a sneaky turn. Don't forget we have the village. They don't want to chomp block, right? Let's go like this. It's not amazing. They will just take the damage, it's fine. But we need to start, you know? Let's get our rat for the turn. They cannot remove the Vren because they don't have enough mana. And our 5-5 definitely helps. We need more. The pink will hurt, but at some point they will not have enough cards to support it, so it will be at most like 1 damage a turn. And I already got my value from this, so I'm okay with this. We can use the village to get it back. But I don't think we even need it. Alright. What do we have in the graveyard? Alright. I honestly think we just go like this, man, on this turn. And we unload the hand, we buff this as much as possible. And I mean, we go from there. There's no point in attacking with the small ones. They can double block, but that still means they trade for something and they enable us to take the village on the Karumonix and get all the value back, so I don't think they want it. See? The damage is starting to stack, and we poison them because, I mean, why not? Oh, you were scared, I remember you. Oh, this is a pretty good draw. I don't think we needed it, because we can attack with this and it loses all the abilities, but let's read. So basically at the upkeep he exiles X cards, and this is Outlaws. Oh, he actually has quite a lot of those. And he can cast them. It's from my deck, right? Yep. So we can attack with this, they can block. This can be with a power 2 or greater. So this is the only one that can block. We can disable it. But I mean, why would we? We can just do this. Seems better. Our opponent has something. They're holding on to it. But with this, they got absolutely outvalued. Man, the Rat King just turned the game upside down. Right, guys, going first, we need to go with the colony. I think we start with the Reef, right? Because we don't have a 1-drop. And I mean, let's sit. We need to be as aggressive as it gets. Tiny Bones. A very scary card. But at the same time, do we really want to kill this? I'm going with this, alright? I want to be aggressive. They can block it, but we will still get the rat. Alright. So this will be a crime deck. We can kill one of those. But I really think this is Lord Skitter, like it's way too important. We need to start making this board. I should probably attack first. It's never a good idea to give your opponent information, but I don't think it changes anything. Like, he still doesn't want to block. In some, sometimes you can make a bad play, hoping that your opponent will make even worse play, because, he gets scared or something. So sometimes you can catch things like this, but it's extremely rare. A kata. Alright, I'll take it. That means they can get it back if they attack with the Tiny Bones. It seems they want to do it. Do I care? That's the question. I guess we need to solve this, right? Especially that we have really good answer to Vadmir, unless they target something. Blood Hustler. Whenever you commit a crime... Okay, so it's basically the Vadmir. Do you think they have land into go for the throat? I mean, only one way to know. If they don't, they lose the game. I'm pretty sure of it. Alright. This is the moment. Read it, and please, don't remove it, alright? They need not only go for the throat, but they also need a land. And that's really... I really hope they shouldn't have those. Absolutely, my friend. Oh boy. Let's have some fun. Our opponent knows. That really bad things will happen on this turn. Let's actually go correctly. So correctly you target this one because it cannot grow. And I mean, I told you, when we untap, the value will be pretty serious. Alright? It looks nice, but it will look way nicer Alright, now they have to play a sweeper. Man, it was even on the board. After we untap, now we have 4 creatures, they have 2. The power of Vren. And I'll tell you, he is relentless. I told you, if we untap with this and remove the board, he's out. Alright, so I think we start with the shores to unlock the cut down, and then we go with the village probably. It kinda shows our hand, but I'm fine with it. We want the Marshstalker, right? Alright, there is some priority. Interesting. We need to go into 4 mana, cast Vren, and go from there. We would also love to survey so we can get, you know, more rats. Alright, a mouse. Man, it's so good to see mouse instead of a vampire. What are you? 2 mana only. Alright, so double strike or trample. Alright, I think we are okay with it. We really want to get Vren. If I attack, they won't block, right? There is no way they are blocking this. This is a creature deck, so if they block, we are okay. We have enough removal. I want to wait until I have Vren in the you know, board, because we need this extra value, and this is how you win the game. We also have Phantom Interference, so if they go for, you know, something annoying, we will definitely counter it, right? Right. Man, 2 counters first, still too much. That's fine. We need to run, and then we start sweeping their board. And then we get, you know, to steal all the rats. With Phantom Interference, I'm not really sure what we will do. Mouse, uncounterable. And it has haste, right? So, it can basically deal 8 damage or something. If we cut down now, it doesn't go through at all. Alright then, you got it, my friend. You got it, my friend. I used this because it's more mana efficient for the next turn. It's not like we will draw a 3-drop probably, but we might. We might. I don't think I will attack on the next turn, because he seems to be super aggressive here. So we have to go with Vren. So we might take a huge hit. We lost some value, and now I don't think we attack. That will make it so much harder for them. If they attack, they need to assume that Vren will create some rat tokens. With Phantom Interference we can get a 2-2, so we can probably trade against something and get the rat, so it's not all the bad, you know, all the worst. We definitely would love to draw like a Rat King or something from the top. If we can untap on this turn, it makes it so much better for us. So we know that this will be some insane levels of damage, right? Alright, show me. Can you deal 20 damage with 4 open mana and a 1-2 with double strike? Alright. Oh, it's an instant. I remember the card, but usually those kind of effects are sorcery, but it's fine. As you can see, it's not too much damage, only 4, and now we are untapping. And this will change the game quite a lot. They also don't really want to tap the mana, because, you know, they can go around cut down. What are you? Alright. Puts a counter on the Valiant. Alright, I mean, this is a decent draw. This is absolutely a decent draw. Alright, so I think we go with a cut down. What is the most scary card? I honestly think it's the mouse. If I attack, they don't do anything. Yeah, I honestly think it's just Lord Skitter, so we will go like this. That means more rats, and as you know, we want rats. Man, this is really tempting to get for a 2-2 that they don't predict, but I think Lord Skitter is just better all around. Especially that it creates rats. Let's go for this one. A rat, so the synergy with this one will be better. And there is no way they will double block, right? No way. I think we can go like this. They are getting 9 damage already. And if they trade, that means more creatures for us. Oh boy, this is insane. And we can exile everything. Man, this is a 10-10 in rats. out of nowhere. So our opponent traded his board and he made our board better. Man, and this rat is a badass. And this is so cool. Like, this is a true rat to finish the game, you know? And I mean, you can attack, my friend. I think they might scoop, man. They are absolutely outclassed with our creatures. Man, one trigger from this and you are getting insane value. And with Lord Skitter, they grow every turn, so they will actually deal 12 damage on the next turn. Yep. Nothing died, at least on this turn. But we will change it. We will change it very soon. So, this is insane. Oh my god, this is dirty. I love it. They don't have a target, so they cannot even sacrifice it, right? I think they need a target for it. I should probably read stuff. You may review from among 6 cards and put into the hand. Alright, we cannot counter it. I wonder what they are trying to find. Is there anything with flash? I don't think so. I think they are dead, man. Like, on board dead. Because we will make a token, this is 12 damage, and I mean, we have so much more. And those rats were pretty serious about, you know, the business. That's it. We are going second, which is normally bad, but it also means we should curve out a little bit better than you see. See? Suddenly, we have the stuff. And that means we have nearly the perfect curve, but I think they go for the throw. Oh, it's a control. Oh my god, I will see someone else playing control. Man, that's hype. That's absolutely hype. So I guess I attack you for 1. Haha, you're dead. Kinda, nearly. I play the Linkbreaker. Against control, this is exactly the same damage, so there's no point in overpaying 1 extra mana. The card is great, as long as you have the target. Double demolition field, so they actually cannot normalize on this mana. This is interesting. And you know what it means? That means we play Karumonix, because they cannot counter it. If they play Azorius, that means they are going for normalize, or the new counter spell that is 2 blue mana. So they cannot play any of them. That means they probably can remove a creature, but they cannot counterspell a creature, and this gets value by just entering the battlefield. So it's a perfect match, and they still need to remove it because it's a 3/3 that is super annoying. That's my guess, and you know, some versions can play Phantom Interference, but it's not optimal, so I don't think they should. Please, good hits. You know what? 4 lands and 1 good card. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. And yeah, demolition field, that's fine. We didn't hit caverns, but that's okay. Let's go for... I mean, we really need a lot of black mana here. You know, I'll take the 3rd swamp. I think 1 blue mana should be enough. We just needed to cast the Wren, basically. We need 1 blue. And this one we also can cast if we really want. But I need triple black for Karumonix and the Linkbreaker. Also, they need an exile effect. But let's be honest, it's a control with white, so they don't have troubles against it. But they miss Karumonix. And they think it hurts us, because we have another one in the hand, so they hope we will play this, override this one, and basically remove it ourselves. Oh boy, it's not happening, my friend. It's not happening. Let's attack, take our damage for the day, and force them. To be honest, I could just play this. And if they go for exile effect, I go for the throw this, and I can get it back later. It won't be easy, but I think it's a good play overall. Like, this is 7 damage board, it's lethal in 2 turns. Man, they have no Emperor! And I always see Emperor, you know, lacking Emperor is the pure pain. So it's nice to see a moment where I am actually on the other side. And I'm happy to not see the Emperor. Alright. Oh man, they don't realize how much we want this. I mean, thank you. This actually really helps us. My turn. And Jace will die. Was that really a good play for them? I'm not sure, man. 1 blue, so they cannot kill it. I should play this. I'm not good at the deck. I missed 1 damage for no reason. I actually could play double Linkbreaker. But we will lowball some damage. Man, I'm so sad I missed this damage. This was such a bad play by me. So we can go with the Beastbinder. That's kinda okay, right? If they play Jace, we can kinda ignore it if we really want. We won't, but you know, maybe. And it's not a good card against control, so we don't really care if it dies. I would play those if I expected the populate, but I expect, you know, a Sunfall. Yep, you guessed it. And we are killing our own stuff. See, we are forcing our opponent to answer this Karumonix, and then we play another Karumonix, and then we play one drop. With this we can refill, please, for rats. Close enough, absolutely close enough. And this card is absolutely insane. I've been playing with this one before, you know, the new cards, and it was great, but it was basically the only great rat. Now, it's, well, Lord, sorry Lord, you are the best, you know you are the best, but honestly, this card is absolutely busted. This usually hits for 5, and it costs 2 mana, like, what's going on, man? And do I want Lord Skitter? Yes, yes I do. And let's see, this is the first turn when they can really do stuff, but we don't need to be scared about Memory Deluge. And it's weird to be on the other side, you know? Like, I'm actually really happy to not be scared of Memory Deluge into Emperor. What is this timeline? Alright, we create some stuff. Let's get rid of the Jace. I don't think it matters, but, you know, just making sure it doesn't matter. Do I want Mercenary? I mean, sure, why not? It still taxes their mana, so even if they get a free trade, it's not as easy. Oh, and that's a Chomp Block, so that suggests a sweeper, like a Sunfall on the next turn. That also means we are not playing into this. And when we, yeah, see, you can read the cards kinda, but they're on extremely insanely good side of the draw. Let's analyze what exactly happened. Top 16 cards, double Sunfall and Lockdown on curve. This is as good as it gets, and they're still not winning yet. This definitely feels like the mana, right? For Normalize. We don't really want anything exiled. I would love to play Lord Skip. I need to risk it. If they have Normalized, they are good at Magic. What can I say? And indeed, they are very good at Magic. I will play the Linkbreaker. It's not amazing, but it can get, you know, our huge Marshstalker from the graveyard, so that's a something. And let's start. You are a rat. What? I have 6 cards. Oh, why I'm so bad at Magic, man. Alright. At least the play makes so little sense that they were scared, because it makes 0 sense what I did. So they took the damage. Love it. Absolutely love it. So, I think we go with this. This is a pretty heavy target. They want to counterspell this one. They are good at Magic indeed. And their draw is absolutely insane against what we have. 3 sweepers and all the cheap mana into draw. Oh my god, that's so insane. Alright, alright. You know, if I'm dying, I don't mind dying to control. That's what I'm saying. Especially without Memory Deluge. That's the second Jace. I think we still lack 1 card. Because everything got... Man, all of those cards got exiled. But listen, if the weakness of the deck is control, I'm taking it. Absolutely taking it. We can cast Go for the Throat. Right, so how do we do it? How do we do it? How do you exactly work? I think it goes on the stack, right? So I think I can do it. We will learn something, alright? We will learn. I need to... First, we go to combat phase. We attack the phase because we are an aggro deck, of course. And I hope that... No trigger? I should remember from the last turn. Oh, I guess it doesn't work like this. I hope the trigger goes on the stack, but it doesn't hit the, you know, the condition. Then I answer in full control, killing this. Then I have enough cards in the graveyard, and then you know, the effect activates, but it's not working like this, so you can absolutely scrap this whole idea. It was just a bad idea right now. So what do we do? I think I need to go all in and just spam everything. Go, my minion. We cast this one first because it goes around normalize and the exile. If they hit another sweeper, they win the game. They are just simply too good at magic. So we need to take this risk. Life gain is okay, as long as they don't draw first Sunfall or second Lockdown, because they're above average on the sweepers already. So I cannot support it longer. They also have a lot of Jaces, so no. Let's take the mana. That's a good choice for our opponent. They disable basically one card. Let's take the blue mana right now. And I mean, if I took black, I could go for the throat, which was the idea, but I don't think it will make a difference, honestly. But it could. But in reality, if they were a good player, and they probably are, they would just go to second main phase, burn the mana, and then Sunfall, so I don't think it ever makes a difference. Good game, my friend. I don't think we can recover from 4 sweepers in like 15 cards, and we weren't aggressive enough basically against this opening, but I'll take my loss against Control. Happy to see it, good and healthy. So, let's talk about those strats, because you are interested, which performed, which didn't. Honestly, I think we need to start with Tangled Colony. It's a rare, and I didn't feel it performed enough. I really like the card, I always try to make it work, but the can't block is a big deal, and it's very, very hard to, just force your opponent to keep blocking. I usually found that this is just a card they simply ignore. So I think there's something better for 2 mana. I didn't want to go for too many Beastbinders just because it has 1 power. So even though the effect is amazing, it's not amazing at making lethals basically. And against Control it is a very slow clock. So I think you need that's the reason we went with the Tangled Colony, right? Because it has 3 attack for 2 mana. It cannot be easily killed. So unless it's exiled, like the damage doesn't really do anything against it. You need direct removal. So that was the idea, but I think we need something super aggressive in slot 2. The deck doesn't have the raw damage of red decks, so that's something to keep in mind, but the card advantage we are getting with Karumonix, Lord Skitter and Vren is kinda serious, and the Marshstalker is like, the brawler of this deck. Like, it just is a haymaker, deals a lot of damage, haste. This is something rats definitely need, and this is responsible for all this extra punch. Vren is a very, very slow card. You need to play it, you need to wait 1 turn, and then untap and, start removing creatures. It also means very often you keep the removal for yourself. If you can survive, you want to cast it on turn 5. So that's a very different playing pattern than usually. Most of the time you want to start answering creatures as they come. With Vren it's a little bit different, but the upside is insane. Like you have seen, moment this comes into the battlefield and survives, most of the time you win the game. They cannot really outvalue this card, and the fact that the tokens are so huge, it's not like there was a similar card in Golgari that also created like Saproling tokens or something, but they were always 1/1. This is a 5/5 usually, so that's a really big deal. It also amplifies all the other synergies that you have, so Marshstalker gets bigger, and it's a rat, so when they attack they can get the Marshstalker from the graveyard. So really cool stuff, really cool stuff. So the question on your mind, how good are the rats? Are they good enough for standard right now? I honestly ranked up with this one, and honestly for all the new tribes like mouse, all this kind of stuff, I think we generally are super strong, and we usually outvalue them. Even lizards, where they were absolutely deadly, we managed to just outvalue them simply. However, we lost to a meta Control, the usual Azorius lockdown Sunfall pile, and I also lost to Boros with opening of, Warden, turn 1 Investigator, into Gleeful Demolition, into Night of Chaos. Like, I didn't even want to play at this point because I was so severely outvalued on the board. So that's usually, the case. If they have this opening, it seems to be very, very hard to battle, because you need basically a Gix command and sweep the board, and it's very, very hard to get this mana. It can be done, you can survive with all the creatures, especially on the play, but that's a little bit disturbing to me. I'm not sure if maybe everyone is testing the decks and against new tribes we are good enough. So no, I will be watching this one, that's for sure. But I'll be honest, Karumonix in this deck is absolutely insane. So Marshstalker, Karumonix, and against creature decks Vren, those three cards are trying to make it work, and it seems they are working generally. But we'll see how it goes in the next weeks. I'm hopeful, but we will see. We will see. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Rats are super cool, and Dimir is always amazing. So I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys tomorrow.